Hello class and welcome back. Last period we discussed about the cell wall. So today we are going to discuss plasmolysis. So what are plasmolysis, or what is the plasmolysis? Plasmolysis is nothing but a solution, a water solution going out from the cell. That phenomenon or process is called plasmolysis. So when the water in the cell, or when the solution in the cell is much more greater than the outer of the cell or outside of the cell, then what happens? The concentration gradient of the cell inside the cell will go out. Okay, osmosis is called osmosis. Okay, if it is endomosis, it means coming in, and if it is exomosis, means going out from the cell to the outside of the cell, and that is called plasmolysis. So here look, if plant cells are immersed in hypertonic solution, water will diffuse out of the cell because concentration of water molecules in the cell is more than that in the outer solution. Due to continuous osmosis, protoplasm shrinks and separates from the cell wall. This phenomenon is called plasmolysis. So when the cell has higher concentration or solution, right, they are attached to the cell wall. So when they are attached to the cell wall, that's protoplasm, right, that protoplasm inside the cell wall, when the water goes out, that will automatically shrink, means it will become smaller. Okay, smaller and smaller, and that will separate from the cell wall. They will not get attached to the cell wall. So that phenomenon is called plasmolysis. So today we are going to discuss about a nucleus. Nucleus is the most essential part in the cell. Why? Because it carries on genetic information. It carries genetic information, characteristic like heredity, okay, heredity of your parents, of your grandparents. They continue to pass on to the cell or to the nucleus. Nucleus, it is the most essential part of the cell, which directs and controls all the cellular activities. It is the control room of factory. It was first discovered by Robert Brown in 1831. So this nucleus controls the cell. Okay, this nucleus controls all the metabolism or all the metabolic activities inside the cell. Without the nucleus, there will be no such thing as work. You have brain in our head, right? So this brain controls everything, like eating food. When we are hungry, our brains tell us to eat food, or when we are doing something, when we need to do something, we think and we do, right? So that way, control in the cell is because of the nucleus, and it was first discovered by the Robert Brown in 1831. The nucleus is usually dense, spherical or oval in shape. It occupies the central position in the cell, but it may be shifted to one side by vacuole, as in plant cell. So this nucleus usually dense, means not very big, okay, and it can be oval like an egg shape, or spherical like round, right? So the shape of the nucleus varies according to the cell. So nucleus is bounded by two membranes, both forming nuclear envelope. Nuclear envelope encloses a space between two nuclear membranes and is connected to a system of membrane called endoplasmic reticulum. So this nucleus, we are discussing about the structure of the nucleus. Okay, so this nucleus is covered by two membrane, nuclear envelope. Okay, nuclear envelope control or protects the nucleus envelope, you know, right? Something when you are giving something out to your friends or to office, you put your letter in the envelope, right, to cover the letter so that the letter will not be spoiled or not damaged. So likewise, nucleus is covered by the nuclear envelope to protect the nucleus, and they are attached by a membrane organelles, okay, organelles or cell organelles called endoplasmic reticulum attached to the nuclear envelope, endoplasmic reticulum, ER. The presence of nuclear envelope separates the nuclear material from the cytoplasm. Each nuclear membrane is about 80 Armstrong thick and has a membrane structure similar to that of plasma membrane. So this, what does the nuclear envelope do? The nuclear envelope protects the nucleus and they cover the nucleus, right? They cover the nucleus organelles. Okay, nucleus organelles like DNA or DNA, ribosomes. Okay, so this nuclear envelope is covered by the nucleus is covered by the nuclear envelope to separate it from the cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm you will find nucleus, cytoplasm, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria. You see that in your cytoplasm, but nucleus needs a separate from the cytoplasm. Because of that, nuclear envelope separates them. Okay, so you see they are about 80 Armstrong thick. You see the A, right? That is called Armstrong. Similar structure to the plasma membrane. The nuclear envelope is perforated at intervals by nuclear pores. The nuclear envelope encloses the nuclear shape or nucleoplasm. Nuclear pores allow exchange of chemical substance between the cytoplasm and the nucleoplasm. Within nucleoplasm are present nucleolus and chromatin material. So this one, the nuclear envelope, right? They have a smaller gap in the nuclear envelope. That is called nuclear pores. And what does the nuclear pores do? The nuclear pores exchange the materials. Okay, exchange the materials from the cytoplasm to the nucleus. So you see a river, right? River in the backside of your school, whatever. That river, you put a motor. Okay, you put a motor and you do what? You transfer the water from the river to your field. Why? Because it is essential in your needs to grow the plants. Likewise, these nuclear pores act as a pipe. And within nucleoplasm are present chromatin fiber or chromatin material. This chromatin network helps in DNA, RNA. Okay. So next class we'll see about continue about the nucleus and chromosomes and structure, and please draw your diagram, nucleus diagram. That's all.